Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we're diving into a report from Wells Fargo. This one's going to be interesting because while everything looks smooth on the surface, there are some hidden numbers that might be telling a different story about where this banking giant is headed. It's like when your friend says they're fine but their eyes are screaming for help. Before we jump in, if you like getting the real story behind corporate filings, make sure to subscribe. We also have a Discord community linked in the description below for even deeper discussions. This is a report filed in April of 2025. It's called a current report, also known as an 8K. Companies use these to tell investors about big, important events that could affect their stock. Think of it as corporate real-time news. It helps investors make decisions. The main event was Wells Fargo's annual meeting, where shareholders, people who own the company's stock, got to vote on important stuff like who gets to be on the board of directors, which is like the company's leadership team. They also voted on how much money the top executives should make and who should be the company's official accountants. Let's get straight to the numbers. The first big vote was about electing the people who will sit on Wells Fargo's board of directors. These are the folks who help guide the company's decisions. All 13 people that were nominated by the company got voted in. This shows the shareholders are generally happy with the direction that these people can take the company. The nominee with the lowest approval rate was Ronald L.S. Sargent, with about 91% voting for him. Next up, shareholders voted on whether they thought the top executives were being paid fairly. This is called a say-on-pay vote, and it's not binding, meaning the company doesn't have to change anything based on the vote. But it's a good way to see if shareholders are happy with how the company is managing its money. About 92% voted in favor of the executive pay. It's a pretty strong sign that most investors think the top dogs are worth their salaries. The shareholders voted to approve KPMG as the company's accounting firm for 2025. This is important because it means the shareholders trust KPMG to check Wells Fargo's financial statements and make sure everything is accurate. About 94% voted yes, which is a pretty solid vote of confidence. Now let's talk about the shareholder proposals. These are suggestions from shareholders on how the company should be run. The first proposal was about creating an annual report on how Wells Fargo is preventing workplace harassment and discrimination. This is a hot topic these days, as investors want to know that companies are creating safe and fair work environments. However, shareholders were not convinced. Only about 15% voted for this proposal. The second proposal was about Wells Fargo reporting on whether its political corporate values, basically shareholders wanted to know if the company was donating money to politicians who support the same things the company says it believes in. Again, this proposal did not get the approval from shareholders. Only about 11% voted for this proposal. The third proposal was about Wells Fargo reporting its energy supply ratio. This likely has to do with the company's role in funding the transition towards renewable energy and other climate-friendly goals. It sounds like investors are pushing Wells Fargo to be more transparent about how it is participating in environmentally conscious funding. This proposal wasn't approved, with only about 18% of the vote. The last shareholder proposal was about Wells Fargo issuing a report on how it respects the rights of Indigenous peoples. This is an important issue as companies are increasingly being held accountable for their impact on Indigenous communities. Less than 12% voted for this proposal. Now taking a step back and looking at the big picture, it seems that shareholders are happy with the leadership and direction of Wells Fargo. They are generally okay with how much the executives are getting paid, and they trust the company's accountants. The votes against the different proposals might indicate that the company is not under pressure to adopt new social and ethical standards. Wells Fargo may not be prioritizing new reporting measures. This could be because the company does not feel these measures are important, or perhaps because they are trying to reduce their costs. Keep in mind that this report doesn't give us the full story of everything going on at Wells Fargo, but it does provide a snapshot of what shareholders are thinking and how they're voting on important issues. It's like a temperature check on the company's relationship with its investors. Alright, that's our breakdown of Wells Fargo's latest filing. What's your take on these votes and what they might mean for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives into corporate filings. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.